Hey, how's everybody evening going? I'm just cleaning my fish. So I'm making fish tonight and stew. I'm making fish and stewed, almost like a stew beef. So the fish is for me. The stew beef is for my son and my husband. I'm just cleaning my fish. I, I have some snapper fish. So I'm just cleaning the fish. Give me a second. I'm gonna cut the head off of this fish. So my fish is clean. I couldn't bring the clean fish over here. So what I have snapper. So let's put this over here. So this is my fish that I have. I cleaned it with lemon. And I cut the head off. And we're gonna put this in the oven. This is stewed fish. This is actually snapper. And these are the pieces that I cut the head off. Some people leave the head on, but I cut mine off. So we're gonna season that up and put it in this pan and put it in the oven. I'm gonna cook my stew in this pot. This is for my beans and this is for my rice. I'm gonna make rice and peas in this pot. So this meal is almost like a Caribbean slash. I don't eat beef, so that's why I'm cooking something separate for me. I do a lot of seafood. I'll eat chicken too. Bear with me, I'm just cleaning up here. I have some filleted pieces too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Just cook all of it. So I bought 2 whole fish, and then I have the filleted fish as well. So I'm gonna cut that up and we'll put that in there because at least I can eat some today and tomorrow. And if somebody else in the family wants some of the fish, they can also eat. I love snapper and I like yellowtail. Cut that up. Let's put this fillet in here. And as you can see, I kind of put the paper towel because I want to soak up all the water, the excess water that's in it. So I have a paper towel. And this is the fillet pieces. And again, this is snapper fish. This filet. And we're going to do a stew. This stew is going to be kind of spicy. We're going to put some potatoes and carrots and all of that good stuff. I'm going to cut this little piece out of here. I usually clean my fish with lemon or lime. I didn't have lime, so I did use the lemon. So let's go ahead and start preparing this. That's my meat for my beans. So what we'll do here, I always coat the bottom of the pan. I use olive oil. This olive oil, it doesn't have like that strong taste. It's a very smooth taste. Much healthier. So we'll lay the fish in here. This will be our fish. And this will go in the oven. So while this is cooking, I'll make like my rice and all of this will fit in here. So I didn't really put on here what all I was going to make on the title because I know I was going to make several things. So let's put this at the bottom. Lay that in there nice and nicely. I'm cleaning as I'm cooking because I want to go to the gym. Once I finish this, we're going to take this and put a little bit more olive oil on there. The spices the seasonings that I'll be using. We're going to use some garlic powder. Black pepper. Soy. And I have a fish seasoning. So we'll be using I had another fish seasoning, but I guess I got one here. So we'll be using fish seasoning, black pepper, ginger, garlic, palmetto seasoning, Himalaya salt, a little bit of sazon, and garlic. Let's start off with the garlic. And this is no sodium in this garlic, so you'll see me use a good little bit. Same here. Black pepper. We're going to use the fish seasoning. And that what you see balling over there, that's for my beans. That's actually some smoked turkey wings. We'll use a little bit of salt. Some sazon seasoning. This is so good. This is good on everything. It's kind of Okay, so that is nice and seasoned. We're also going to use like a garlic, a garlic seasoning that I like to use, which is this. Drop this. Just use a little bit of all this. And again, this will go in the oven. You want to make sure you season it pretty good. And most of the seasoning that I have, that I'm using, very low sodium. We're going to put a little bit of, this is a garlic seasoning. This will give it like a, somewhat like a sauce. Don't want to use too much. Because once I put it in the oven and it starts to boil, then this will kind of cook in. Now we'll start putting the vegetables in here. I'm gonna put some bell peppers, onions. Let's sit this over here until we get ready for the. Put all these back. We'll put that there. Give me a chance to cut up everything. Okay. I'm gonna use some bell pepper. Some thyme, baby. We're gonna use that. I gotta clean all of this. We'll use some thyme, fresh thyme. I gotta go to the gym, and this is the bay leaf. So that's what we're gonna use. And then I have a onion that the other night, and then it's half a bell pepper. So let's clean this. So that's the vegetables. We're gonna cut that up. Give me a second because I'm cleaning as I go. Put that there. That'll be for my rice. I like to cut my vegetables with a little small knife. So we don't get a small knife. This is a cutting board, so. These don't have to be real small. Because remember, it's for the stew. So this is a pretty good knife. I didn't go to the gym yesterday. How's everybody doing? How was your day today? I didn't go to work today. And like I say, these do not have to be perfect. It does not have to be like really small, because again, this is for a stew. So don't have to be the most perfect. I like this knife. It don't have to be really perfect, you know. Now, if I was cooking it for maybe like a rice or something, but even my rice, I don't make it tiny, tiny. I just don't. Because in that stew, you want to make sure you see all your vegetables. You can keep your stew colorful. Keep it colorful. Colorful is the key. Keep it colorful. And I promise you, this is going to taste so good on that fish. I'm going to put a pepper in there too. I love spicy food. So the fish is for me. And then the beef stew will be for my husband and son. Look how easy that's cut. This little powerful little knife. Uh-oh. Now we're gonna put this back over here. That's our fish. We're just gonna take this and kind of put it all over it. Remember, we put that oil on it. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter too in the bottom of it. So we're gonna put that all over this. And then, and like I said, you want it to be colorful. I'm gonna put some carrots in it too. Carrots, potatoes. So really, to be honest with you, if this is all you wanted to eat, because you're gonna have the potatoes and carrots and all of that stuff, we're gonna put some fresh okra. Let's take this and put it back over there again. This is the okra that I have. Not gonna do too many of them, and we're not gonna make our okra really small. We're just gonna really clean them, cut the ends off, and place a few in there. So this is like really healthy. So we'll clean those okra. I think that's good right there, because I have carrots and potatoes and all of that stuff. We're gonna clean all of this, and again, we're gonna make this healthy, healthy. We'll wash all of this stuff. I think I'm gonna do one more onion. And probably a little bit more bell pepper. So that's that. Let's wash this off. This is also going to go in the stew. I got that put under there because it's draining. This over right quick. Let's put this so you can see. So we'll take this and put some carrots. And then as far as these are okra. We're not going to cut these real small. We'll cut the ends off. I don't want them, because I don't want it to be slimy. So I would rather keep them whole. Whole onions. I mean whole okra. Where is everyone located? The ones that's in. These are okra. I didn't want to make them real small because I don't want to make it like too slimy. So I just cut the tip of them off. Okay. So that's the okra. We're also going to do, this is a stewed fish for those of you that's coming in. So the fish is to the bottom. This is a snapper fish, and we're doing like a stewed spicy fish. So that's the fish. You can see it. I'm also gonna put some cut of it. Maybe I'll do like two, I don't know, 1 or 2 potatoes. Let me wash this on. I got clean it anyway, but and then we'll rewash this potato again. So we're gonna do some potatoes. This is just a quick dinner. And I'm actually making two separate dinners because I'm making me stewed fish. I'm making my family beef stew with rice and peas and then some butter beans on the side. So we'll dice this up, wash it, put that inside the fish. This is a really good knife. I mean, when I tell you good, it is super good. I like to cook vegetables with a small knife. Let's kind of tear these apart before we wash them off. I'm going to do one more potato. One more potato. I keep cutting on the wrong side. Look at that knife cutting. I mean, it's cutting like just like a little razor blade. I'm tired today. But I'm going to go to the gym. And if I don't make it to the gym, I'm going to walk at least an hour. I made a commitment to myself that I will walk every afternoon. So we'll tear that up. We'll wash these off and then we'll put it inside the stew. We're getting ready to put the stew inside the oven. And when they finish, I'll show you guys how it came out. So let's let those potatoes dry while we clean this up. Throw this away. I'm also going to include a bay leaf. We'll do about 3 bay leaves. Wash these off, and then we'll do some thyme. This makes food taste really good. We'll do about. Gotta wash that off. And then I can't forget about the Old Spice. I have a Caribbean Old Spice. Where is it? We're gonna put that inside here. We're gonna wash this off. All of this, because it's gonna go in here. This is those potatoes I just cooked. We're just gonna kind of put this around. You want to kind of put it, and then this is the potatoes. Kind of scatter those around. And like I said, if you want to eat this with rice, you can. You want to eat it with a piece of bread, you can. Or you could just eat it like this. You know, for more the healthier. You want to try to avoid the carbs. I also have a fish seasoning I'm going to put on here. This. So I'm going to take this and like crumble it over it, because it'll create like a base. Hold on. And then we'll put a little butter. Want to make sure this is crumbled. This makes it taste so good. And it'll also create like a stew a little bit. We're gonna put 2 of these in there. So we want to make sure we get it to the bottom. And I kind of move the fish around a little bit too, so it can kind of. But once everything starts cooking in the oven, because I'm gonna cover this with a foil paper, it'll be all right. And again, what that was, this is like a fish bouillon. It's this. So we'll take our fish, because we want to make the fish kind of visible. That's our bay leaf. I'm going to put a pepper in here too, so this is going to be kind of spicy. But I want to create a base at the bottom. More like a roux to the bottom, which it will, because this fish seasoning, this bouillon. Hold on. What else I'm missing? Oh, let's do some more black pepper. And I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on this. This will get that fish like a memory taste like. Let's get them seeds out of there. We're gonna put some Old Bay, just a little bit of Old Bay. And this is the Old Bay, for those of you that don't know. You wanna put it on those potatoes too. And I think what I'm gonna do with this too is cut another onion up. Well, actually, I don't have to cut an onion up. I don't have to. I'm gonna put that on it. And then I'm gonna put the butter, put foil paper on it, and put it in the oven. I'm gonna use this butter. That's my phone. Somebody must be trying to call myself on. 1904513. I don't know who that is. Probably a telemarketer. So we're gonna stick this garlic butter in several places so it can melt and give us a nice little taste. And I'm using this. So that's it for that. So let's cover it now. Then I'll start the next meal. This is on the oven for probably about 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. My oven is already hot. I clean up and then I start on the next meal. You want to make sure this is tight so it can steam. So we want to make sure this is nice and tight. Oven it goes. Who that is? Oh, and I'm gonna. So let's clean this up, and then we'll start on the next meal. This is the pot I'll be using. I just need to clean some of this stuff up. And this is gonna be the beef stew. Some of the seasonings I'll be using. I'm cleaning the other meat, so bear with me. I need one of these for the rice, some of them. So I'm not going to use all of them in a big two. I'm going to just cut them up. So we'll start by let's go ahead and heat this pot up. This is cooking. This is the meat. This is the meat to my this is the meat. This is the smoked turkey. And this is for my beans. I'm gonna do like a butter bean. So I'm letting this cook to get soft, and of course this is gonna give the meat flavor. Then I have a bean sauce. So we'll let that cook down some more. And I'm not gonna use fresh beans. I'm gonna actually use, well, it is fresh beans. It's frozen fresh beans. But for the rice, I'm using the canned beans. I'm gonna show y'all when you do the peas and rice how you can make it out of canned beans if you're in a rush like me today. Okay, that's that. Put that there. I don't know what I did with my knife. So let's cut this up. Cut that down. We're gonna put oil in this again. Again, this is what I use. It's olive oil, but it's a smoother taste. We'll start it off with that. I'm gonna put the meat in there to kind of like braise the meat a little bit. And then once we put all the seasons and all that stuff, we'll come back and let it. And again, this don't have to be real small, because this is stew. So anytime you cook stew, you don't have to make the vegetables really small. And we'll wash these off once I cut up everything. I'm going to use some of this in the rice as well, so. See how sharp that knife is? Throw this away. Some people put this in their food. I don't keep that. I throw it away. However you want to do it. So we're going to put the meat in, and what I'm using this today is the beef. This is what I have. Let's put that to the side quick. This is the beef neck bone, so this is how we look. I don't eat beef, but they do. So we're going to put that in there because we want to kind of brown that. I'm going to put these in here. And I have the fish. See all that meat on there? Put that in there. And put that one. Let's wipe this up. Let's wipe all this up. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in my fish? I forgot to put a pepper. I gotta go back in that fish. Because I forgot to put the pepper. Remember I told you the fish was gonna be spicy? I gotta wash it out. And I'm gonna put one in there too. Just wash this off. I'm not gonna cut it up. I'm gonna just like slice it so it's not too hot. But this is the peppers that I have. And these are habanero peppers. They're really hot, so be careful using these and make sure you wash your hands. So with this, what I always do with this, I don't cut it up. We're gonna use a little bit of this. And if you notice, I haven't put any water or anything in here yet. I just put a little bit of the oil. And then we're gonna use some black pepper. And I gotta go back in my fish because I gotta put a pepper in there. We're gonna also use this. This is really the, this here. This really is the kicker here. This here, this seasoning. And you could use that on any type of beef that you're making. You could use this on steak if you like. I'm gonna make sure that this is on here. So we're gonna make sure it's nice and seasoned. Oh, that was hot. So I'm gonna go back in the oven and put this in my fish. If you see, do the same thing. I'm not cutting it. I stick this to the bottom so it doesn't, you know, it's not overwhelming the spice. So I gotta take this out. Remember I put the fish in there? But we forgot to put the pepper. So we'll take this pepper and put it. We'll take it and put it like towards the bottom. We don't want it to be real hot. I almost forgot about that. That's like one of the main ingredients. Because I like spicy food. So with this, we're going to put some allspice. I'm using a whole allspice. Pick that up. We're going to use a little bit of garlic. This has no sodium, so we're gonna use a little bit of this adobo. This is not spicy, even though it say jalapeno, it is not spicy. So don't worry, because remember we got that pepper in there. So we don't want it to be too spicy. And we're still taking the meat, flipping it to make sure we're also going to use this. I like to use this and this is onion powder. Give it a really nice flavor. This here, try this. Some more of that. I'm gonna show you how this pot looks so far, how the meat look, and it's not too. Excuse me. See it? So we just kind of like browning it, and that pepper is right there. You see it? The pepper. It's still whole. Let's wash these. Well, I still gotta cut up the bell pepper. So I'll wash it. While it's still browning. And I gotta cut up an onion too. And again, as you can see, I'm not cutting them real small. Because you don't have to. When you're making stew, the vegetables and all the stuff you're using for seasoning doesn't have to be really small. How's my connection? Is the connection messing up? Can somebody let me know, please? All that in there. We're going to take, this is a strainer. So we're going to take that and wash it off. This is a little cutting board. So let's let that drain. And while that's draining, let's flip the meat again. Because again, we want to make sure the meat is browning. Then we're going to take this. We're not going to use all of this because remember I need to use some for the rice. Let's throw one in there. The beans. We don't need that. It's like the inside. Let's get some red in there. Put that up a little bit. Let's get some more red. When I say red, the red bell pepper. I don't need all this for the rice. Just a little bit. This is enough for the rice. So we're gonna stir this again. Flip the meat. And remember what I'm doing now is just creating like a base. A base. That's what I'm creating. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this now. I'm gonna cut it up. And at some point when I put everything in here, I'm just gonna let this like cook, everything cook in. And again, I still have to add a onion in here. This is for my beans again. I'm getting ready to put the beans in here. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer because I wanted to create like that base for the beans and cook down a little bit more. You hear a call that was coming in. So now what we're gonna do, 1 second. I thought I had some oxtail seasoning. I don't know what I did with it. So that's cooking. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in that as well. And we're gonna put some browning. One more. Uh-oh. I have a little bit of this one there. I'm gonna have some of this one. Put this down. And this, some people put brown sugar in this, but you don't have to, because this particular browning, this one, it's already like a, you know, has that Caribbean taste already, so you don't necessarily have to, unless you just want to. Once I put everything in here, I'm gonna take this. Just get this cleaned up a little bit. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that on the next side. So, oh, the onion. The onion. But before we put the onion in there, let's put the top on it. We're gonna do the beans now. So this will be the beans that I'll be using. This the butter beans, and that's what that small pot over there. This pot. That's what that is for. So I'm gonna clean these. I'm gonna clean these beans. So this is what I be using in my beans. You can see it. You could use this in any kind of beans. This is a fish. I'm gonna take the fish out when it's almost done and put like a little bit of this over it. This is really good too. That's for my fish. Give me a second. I'm cleaning the beans off. Hold on. Somebody else live came up, and I don't know why. This is the beans. And the meat that's in here is a smoked turkey. These are butter beans. So we'll let those cook. It's probably so heavy. This smells good. Even though I don't eat beef. This is a little bit more brownie. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is cut that onion up. And then I'm gonna put the potatoes in there last. We'll put this in it. The scallion. And we're not gonna cut these up. We're just gonna kind of put them in a pot like that. That's the onion. I like the white onions. If you ever want an onion to not burn your eyes, what you need to do is cut it in half and then run it under some cold water. Like this. Let me show you. I need a little bit of this for the rice too. Cut it like this, and I'm gonna run this under some cold water. So you're also cleaning it. Is this another layer I need to pull off? Sorry about that. My daughter was calling in. Didn't have to pull that off. Everybody there, can you call Tatiana and tell I'm on live? I'm on live, please.
Cache, Tatiana. Call from Cache, Tatiana.
Oh, I keep trying to cut it on the wrong side. So, let me show you what we're looking like. So far. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this because we want the meat to be nice and tender. I don't want to put too much, make it, you know, too much gravy. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bay leaf and the thyme in here now. We got the old spice in here. I'm gonna we'll use about 3 bay leaves, and then the thyme we'll use this. You always want to wash this when you're cooking. Helps the dot away. Yeah, onions are good. Garlic too. Garlic is good too. I love onions and bell peppers in my food. Love it, love it, love it. So we'll take this and put that in there. It'll just give it like that extra spice. And then what we'll do, let's do some cleaning up here. We'll take this and cover it. I'm gonna move this over there because I want you guys to see how I make the peas and rice. Very simple. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take this pot. We're just gonna let this cook. I'll come back and add the carrots and the potatoes once the meat, you know, gets tender. We're gonna move this here. I gotta clean this stove off because I cannot. Let's put this down. I can't operate like that. Let's take a look at our beans. This is the beans so far with the smoked turkey. Let's put some pepper. Pepper in these beans. I'm gonna taste the juice to make sure. Wash that. And then let's use a little bit of habanero. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I had to hit the thing. We're gonna use a little bit of this habanero sauce. They were a little bland. I put that bean seasoning in here. I think one was good enough. Let's see. That's good. So we'll put this back on and let the beans cook a little bit more. That meat is nice and tender. Let's cut this up. I don't want to cut it on high. Let's cut it on like right there. Because the whole purpose, I want the meat to turn tender. Okay, so we're gonna make our rice now. I'll be using this pot. This is cricket. Hold on. Let's put this handle on here. Pink is my favorite color. Let's cut this down. No, I can't flash this. Okay, there it go. Pretty cool. Let's turn this around a little bit. Try to straighten this up. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do for the rice, same thing. We're gonna cut that up a little bit. We're gonna put a little oil. Again, this is what I use. I always use this. Hi. What's your name? I need to put on my glasses. Oh, put the onion and the bean. I'm gonna put a little bit in there. Let me put a. You think it's gonna taste good? Let me. I gotta clean it. I gotta wash it off again. Let's take this outside off. I don't want to put all of it in there. I put a piece of it in there. Because I need some for my rice. And I got some more onions, but I don't want them. Let's do this much in the bean. It better taste good now. This freestyle cooking. Thank you for the suggestion. That's I'll probably give it a nice taste. I want to cut this down a little bit. Okay. I need some more oil. I should have put some bell pepper in there too. That probably would have been good. I ain't gonna need all this onion and this rice. So what I'm gonna do is put the rest of it in the stew pot. As you can tell, I do not like cutting vegetables. I have a food processor. I could have used that. I'm cutting on the wrong side of the knife. It's 506. Time really fly. Oh gosh. This is a quick way to make rice and peas. And this little piece, I put this in the little pot right here. The stew pot. those beans down. I don't know which side of this thing. I'm using the wrong side. Is this cricket? I think it's cricket. Let's straighten it up some. Let's put a little bell pepper in these beans. We ain't gonna play with it. Gonna put all of it right on in there. Okay. I wish somebody could come help me clean up. I'm just putting all this stuff up that I've used. Lots of um so this is the just kind of letting that simmer. So give me a second. I need to clean the rice. So I'll be using this rice, the parboiled rice. The reason why I'm using this rice because it does not stick. Anytime you're making, using rice with beans, so if you just putting anything in rice, this is the best rice. And I had to learn that. So I'll be cleaning this. Cleaning it. Give me a second, I'm cleaning the rice. cricket again. This is rice and peas made with cans. I didn't have time to do the regular, the dry beans, so I'm gonna use this. This thing is switch back around again. I can't win for losing. And we're gonna keep the sauce that's in here because it's got like a New Orleans sauce. So we're gonna take that. This is here on Russian. Ooh, this is cricket. I don't know why this keep turning cricket. We're gonna use a little bit of the coconut milk. This is my rice and peas. We're gonna put 2 bay leaves. Let's get a bigger bay leaf. Wash these off. Some thyme. I already put all my seasonings in there, so for that you gotta go back and watch the beginning. That's my stew cooking. We're gonna put a few drops Old Spice. You can also buy the powder Old Spice. Let's also use put a little bit more pepper. I don't know why this keep turning. It's so aggravating. We're gonna use a scallion, but I'm not gonna cut it. And put it in a pot. And then this is a habanero pepper. We're not gonna slice that up. We'll just take it in. Um, this is just a chicken bouillon, and this gives the rice flavor. I'm sorry, this phone is we're gonna cut this down because we don't want it to burn. I just cut it up just to start that ball. And the reason why I didn't cut this pepper up because I didn't want it to be real hot, just like a more of a seasoning than anything. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in here, and let's put a little bit more of this. That's good. Put a little bit more water. Clean up the edges up. So that's the rice. Now I'm gonna take that and put it to this pot because I'm gonna now finish making this. Woo, that's hot. I'll cook this over here. Put that on. And this is my beans. The beans is actually finished. This is butter bean. I'm gonna let them stay warm. That's turkey, smoked turkey. Inside the bean. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic butter. Just a little bit to give it like a little creamy. And again, these are the butter beans. This is smoked turkey. I got like a bean sauce in here. So we'll put these back on just to keep them warm. That was all. And that butter can melt that garlic butter. Okay. This pot. Woo, this pot ain't gonna play. So this is like a beef stew. I'm gonna show y'all how this look, but it's so hot. So far, I was letting it cook down so it can get soft. Let me show you how it looks. It's not finished though, but I still gotta add the potatoes, and it still gotta cook down a little bit more too. The meat is not the softest. We'll let this cook a little bit longer. So while that's cooking, I'll clean up. We gotta let that cook down a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna pour a little bit of coconut just to give it. And what I put in there was a little bit of coconut milk to give it that more Caribbean taste. I put that in my rice as well. Let's check on the fish. For myself, I did like a stewed fish. It's probably not ready, but I wanted to put this on the top of it. So let's check on the fish now and see how it's looking. So you guys just see this fish with me together. Oh, gotta be careful. Let's straighten this up. I know I'm gonna have to put this back in because I know this is not. I know this isn't finished. This is a stewed fish. There's some potatoes, carrots, okra. I'm gonna put one of these, a little bit of this season on it. I'm gonna put this back in maybe like 20 more minutes. So this is potatoes, okra. I didn't cut the okra real small. Of course, this is the fish, and this is snapper fish. And this is the carrots. I got a little bit of tomatoes. Not tomatoes, I'm sorry. Bell peppers, onions. And I got that spicy pepper in there. I end up adding the pepper late, but it's in there. We're gonna put just a little bit of this on there. I'm not sure how this tastes. I wanted to try it because it said it's for fish. Has anyone ever seen this? I got it from the Spanish market here. Let's see. We'll just do a little bit. Not too much because it tastes kind of potent a little bit. So now I already got seasoning in here, so I don't want to over season. So we're gonna put this back in a little bit longer to let the vegetables get a little softer. It's not done actually. The fish is not even really as done as it could be. But it smells good. I don't know if I should get another foil paper. So put this back in here, I say maybe like another 10-15 minutes. I may cut the oven up to 3. I got them 350. I'm gonna cut the oven on 375. That thing was so hot, it melted my cooking board. I got one more thing to cook, and that's some plantains. I got some plantains that I'm gonna make fried sweet plantains, and that'll be it for me today. Okay, let's try to clean up some of this stuff. Let's check on it. This pot gets super hot. You gotta be careful. Let's check on the rice. This is what the rice is looking like so far. It's not done. This is Caribbean rice made with the can. And once it cook, I clean up the sides. So we got to ball out a little bit longer, but that's what we're looking like. So far. cut the beans off. That's still on. That's kind of, because it's still kind of tough, the meat, so we got to let it cook a little bit longer. Once that meat finish cooking, then I add the carrots and the potatoes to that pot. So give me a second. I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff that I got here. This will be the plantains I'm gonna cook. Because most of these dishes is already in this, so this is what I'll be frying along with the meal. This is my last. This is the last thing. So I'm waiting on the fish, the rice, and I'll be cooking the plantains with a little bit of oil. So we'll have our brown stew, beef. Beef brown stew. We'll have the rice and beans, and then we'll have the butter beans, and then I had a fish. So this is my plantains here. And let's straighten this up again for the 1,000th time. Stay and don't move. I'm just cleaning up everything. In a second, I'm going to go clean while this is cooking. Let's put the rice on low. That's my stove. Give me a second. I'm washing the dishes that I use. I'm trying to wrap it up and clean up. We still got to continue cooking this, but let me wash these little bit of dishes. I'm back. Let me check the rice. So I think the rice looking pretty good. I'll let it dry a little bit more. We'll let it dry just a little bit more. Just clean the stove off. And clean my stove off with these. And give it a nice little shine. Even though I probably got to come back over it again. And I'm going to cook these. These are plantains. I'm going to fry these. I'm ready to prepare these now. I'm just still kind of... You know when you cook, you pull everything out and... It's crazy. And then I'm trying to... I'll be cooking our plantains in this pot. As you can see, pink is my favorite color. So, I'll cook them in that. But before I do that, let's check on this baby. So, wait a minute. This pot right here, you gotta use this because it get really hot. I just want the meat to be a little softer. Get in there. I'm gonna add the butter. I'm gonna let it cook maybe 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll start adding the potatoes in and the carrots. And then I'll make like the gravy, make it a little thicker than that. I'm gonna cut the rice off. Cut that off. Because I don't want to mess it up. Let's cook the plantains now. Here? Yeah. Let's cut that deal and bring it to the wall. We'll put the plantains that we're getting ready to cut in this bowl. This is a little strainer. This is how I do mine. Cut it down the middle. This is a cutting board. Just put a little bit of oil in this pot. Because we'll be frying these. Don't need much, just a little bit. Because I only got 3 plantains. Straighten this up. I like it when it's like this because it's sweet, but I don't like them to be fried soft. So this is how I do mine. I just cut like at an angle. I don't make them too small. Some people smash them. I'm not gonna smash them today. So we'll take that, put that in there. Wait for that oil to get hot. We'll do the next one. Simple and easy. And again, I cut at an angle. Hold on. I've been losing weight. My ring is getting too big. So I don't want to get it resized yet because I want to see how much weight I lose. When I'm cooking sweet plantains, because they have the ones that's not sweet as well, I like for it to have like a little black on it because that indicates that it's sweet. Again, I hold it like this. I cut mine at an angle. Uh-oh. I don't like them real small either. Cut real small. And I'm not, well, I don't know. I think my son eat them. I think I'm not really the only one who eat these. And I'm gonna wash these off. I always wash them off still. Just take the water and run across them. Some people like for them to turn real black. Because the blacker they are, the sweeter it is. But the thing of it is, I don't like mine to be fried. See this camera moving again. I don't like for them to be fried soft. You know, sometimes you can eat them and they fried real soft. Hi everybody. Everybody that's saying hi. Everybody that said hi. At an angle. And you don't have to do it like this. It's just how I do them. Let's wash these off. And make sure you don't collect no particles because it's stuck on this board. Stay like that. Stay like that, camera. So I put this here because of course I washed it off. So let's check on this meat again. It's getting soft. It's actually, let's see. You know, when people cook, they use anything. I use anything. A fork, a spoon, anything. I think this. Once I fry the plantains, then I go ahead and add the potatoes and the carrots in this. And I can actually add this. I can add the carrots now in that because carrots take longer to cook than the potatoes. Straighten up. This is the carrots I'll be using. You can buy the fresh carrots, but it's all cooking, making it easy for me. gonna just cook the rest of this bag. I gotta wash them off. So that way it'll be nice and tender. These carrots, because carrots take longer. So go ahead and add them in now. I hear that grease. So we can actually start putting these in. Let's just dump all these in there. It's not that many, so they'll cook. Let's cut that on a little bit higher. So that'll cook. So let's now hold on. I went to the store and bought me some fresh ginger. I'm gonna probably come back tomorrow and show y'all how I make this hibiscus tea. And I make it with ginger. I purchased this today. And then the hibiscus tea. Just getting off the subject. The hibiscus tea I usually is this. This with hibiscus with ginger and a little bit of lemon. And if you're somebody that's suffering from high blood pressure, this actually helps. And this is how the petals look. But when you wet it, it looks a little different. And then you could add a little honey. I always do like the sugar, the brown sugar. That's what I put in mine. I use this sugar in it. So I went and got all the ingredients today. And I probably will come back maybe tomorrow and show you how I make it. And you could drink it cold, hot, however you want it. But if you're somebody that's suffering from high blood pressure, it works. Let's cut up some potatoes to go in this stew. These potatoes are so dirty. I tell you. Look how dirty they are. Look at that. They dirty, dirty. So we'll be cutting up the potatoes for our stew here. So I'm gonna cut these in I'll wash them off again once I finish. I got all that dirt from the outside. This is our plantains cooking. Plantains cooking. So they frying. Look at this potato. This was some dirty potato. This is my plantains cooking. This is the stew. I don't want to make the potatoes too small. It's nice. Sometimes it confuse me. Cause I don't know what if the back is the front is the back. I'm like, what is what? I try to get all that black stuff off this potato. You always want to wash them, and you don't want to leave them out too long because potatoes will turn black like really fast. Okay. I don't know why this keep moving. See there? I don't know which side is which. I think I cut one more up. I cut one more potato up because they're small. I'll cut a big one up. Look how dirty it is. See that? Very dirty. I don't know why they don't clean them before they bag them and sell them in the store. Even though people gonna re-clean them. Like me, I smell my fish. I got a fish in the oven. And I smell it. It smells delicious. Cut all that off. Cut all of that off. All of that off. All of that off. See there? I keep doing that. This is a sharp little knife too. Check on my plantains. It's still not done. I smell them. They sweet. You know when you cooking plantains, you can smell like the sweetness of them. And these smell really sweet. They smell good. They're not ready yet. They're getting there. I don't like mine fried soft. I like them fried kind of hard. Look at that. I keep doing that. Separate them. So we'll wash these off. You always want to make sure you wash your potatoes off. When you cutting potatoes, do not leave them out too long, because if you do, they will turn black or brown. They will turn on you quickly. Let's check this. I'm gonna show you how this looks so far. And I'm gonna add let's turn this like this. This pot is really hot. I'm gonna add like a gravy, and this is what I'm gonna put the potatoes in. So this is those potatoes. Let's go ahead and put them in there. I add the potatoes last because potatoes do not take a long time to cook. Now I'm also gonna add I'm gonna make this a little thicker. So like when I put it over the rice, it's like a gravy. Let's let the potatoes. Ooh. Let's let them cook for a little bit. Let's check on these plantains. We getting there. Look. We getting there. We getting there. Okay. For those of you that is coming in, I'm gonna show you my rice and peas. And if you want to see how I made it, it was very easy, simple. I used the beans in the can. You can go back and watch the video. And I'll come back on maybe another time and make some too. But this is what we're looking like with the rice and peas. You can see. And then I made some butter beans too. This is the butter bean. That's smoked turkey. And then I am getting ready to check on my fish. I think it may be finished. It may be done. Cause check on these plantains. It's been in there a minute. So some of these are getting ready to come out. Okay, so let's check on the fish. Are y'all ready? Move my ginger out the way. Move it out the way. Move it out the way. I may come up with another live and make that tonight so y'all can see how I made it. But let's take the fish out. It's gonna be a lot of smoke. So watch your eyes. Watch your eyes. You ready? Let's see. Still boiling. Look at that. Still boiling. Look at that. That looks so good. So this is snapper fish, potato, veggies, carrots, bell peppers, and this is what we're looking like. So we're gonna cut the oven off because that's done. This is done. I'll probably just sit it in there without the foil paper. I'll put it back in there. But I cut the oven off, so we'll just sit it back in there. Just to kind of like get the veggies nice and toasted. And then we got to take some of these out. I got to find something to put them in. I'm gonna put them in this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put paper towel in the bottom, and that's just to collect the grease. Just to tie this in this looking. I like them cooked like that. I don't like them real soft. So I took 3 out so far. This is what we're looking like. I do not like them soft at all. So we're having like Caribbean food tonight. Let's let that one cook a little bit longer. Take that out. Take that one out. Some people like them real soft. I just don't. Because when they're soft, they're like, I don't like slimy things. And when they're soft, they turn slimy. So, really, when you cook and stuff, there's no rules. It's how you like them. And this paper towel is just to collect the grease. Same thing if you're frying chicken. You put grease. I mean, you put, a paper towel. Or you could sit them on like a little rack. And then put something to the bottom where it drains. But I like to use the paper towel. So. See, that fish are kind of brown on the top. But the oven is off. It's nice and hot though. These plantains could have been a little ripe. I think I'll come back tomorrow with the drink, with the hibiscus tea, how I do it. Because I'd have been on here over two hours. So, what do you guys think? Do you want me to make the tea today? or to come back tomorrow? Tomorrow probably be better, right? Even though I'm going to make me a cup tonight with my dinner. I've been trying to drink like 2 cups per day. We still got to finish this. This about finished. I just got to make like the gravy to it, where it's a little thick when it go over the rice. See, I like mine like that, cook hard. Do you want me to make the tea tonight or come back tomorrow? Or do you want me to just show you how I make my glass? Y'all quiet. I know y'all ain't shy. I got just a few in there. That's what we're looking like so far. Let me taste them. These wasn't these would have been a little bit more ripe. But again, I'm fine with it because I don't like them real soft. So I'm okay. Let's cut this off. Same it like that. Let's go ahead and take all these out. Because they're really done. And then I cut the grease off, so I'll go ahead and take all on that. Hey, can you call Lonzo and see what he want? Let's take this grease. Tell him I'm on the phone. Okay, so this is what the plantains is looking like. I like them just like that. So now what we're gonna do is finish up this. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Lionel, you can call Alonzo. He just called me. Okay, so this is the stew so far. We're gonna I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna thicken up to make the gravy. So we're gonna add 2 more bay leaves in there. 2 more. And then we're gonna add some more thyme too. This is the fresh thyme. This is how it look. Anytime you buy these out the packs, you wanna make sure you wash them. You wash over it, but this is how fresh thyme looks. And this is good in rice too. This is what I use in my rice. This give rice a very good taste. Take this. What did he say he want? Huh? He say what? He said I was gonna what? Oh, tell him I'm gonna send it. Sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do? We done with these. Um, to make this gravy, this is what I'll be using. And this is actually flour. I'm gonna be using chicken flour because it give it a little flavor. I use about that much. And then I'm gonna take and use a little bit of heavy whipping cream. It's very easy. I can also make it with tomatoes. And we're just gonna do this. Make sure we get all of it. You want it to be creamy. That's all you're doing. We're gonna add this slowly. Let's add a little bit of water too. I like to use the chicken flour because it's like still give it like somewhat a taste. You don't want to put all of it in there all at once. Then you're gonna take it and kind of blend it in. It'll get that meat a nice coat. I'm gonna let you guys see once it's done how it actually thicken up. Oop, that's hot. It's turning thick already. Because whipping cream is good for any sauces. Let's see how it tastes. This is spicy. I don't know if I want to put any more in here because it's going to turn thick. It's already thick, thickening up. See it? Let's see. I know the meat is nice and soft. Nice and tender. I think that's good. I don't need any more because it's thickening up. I think that came out pretty well. Ooh. Ah. Gotta clean this up a little bit. I didn't want it to be any thicker than this. See how thick it is? Let's go ahead and cut this off. And then we'll just let it simmer. That fish is still here. Nice and hot. This is how it turned out now. So I just let it stay in the oven and get kind of toast on the top. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I cooked. So you seen the fish. You seen the stew. And again, I don't know if you guys are just coming in because I couldn't really read comments. This is the rice. Again, this is my butter beans with turkey, smoked turkey. And this is my plantains. And then I have, they could finish eating this. This cornbread from the other night. So they could eat cornbread with it if they want to. I cooked this the other night. And I put, in my cornbread, I put a little bit of brown sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract. So, and this is Jiffy cornbread mix. So it'll give it like a kind of like a, you know, Jiffy cornbread mix is already kind of sweet. But it give it more like that. I don't know if you ever went to Cracker Barrel and taste their cornbread. So it give it that. I'm gonna do one more thing before I go. Let me taste one of these. I'm hungry. All this cooking got me hungry. I'm gonna come back and do a live how I make the tea, but I'm gonna show you now for those of you that's on here, the two that's on here, how I make my hibiscus tea. So this is the glass. Cause I try to drink again 2 glasses a day. I didn't actually have any today. Let's straighten this up. So that'll be the glass I'll be using. And this will be really quick. This is my little tea maker. My hot water maker. So let's clean this. I just got this little bit because I'm only making a cup, and then tomorrow I come and make a big cup. Show you how. So I'm gonna be using this as well, which is the same thing as the dry hibiscus. So usually what I do, put a couple of I like to see mine real dark. And then I have this. And you see what this says good for? Support blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, and also lower glucose. So for those of you that want to buy this, if you want to take a screenshot, I got it from the local supermarket here. Hold on. This thing. This one. I'm waiting for this to get hot. Oh, it got me sneezing. So I use the hibiscus petals, the tea. You're waiting for the water to get hot. And then I'll use fresh ginger too. But tonight I'm not going to do the ginger. And this is what I use as far as honey. I put maybe like a teaspoon of honey. 2 teaspoons. It's getting hot, so instead of using an old-fashioned kettle, I love my little glass kettle. This is it. So we waiting on it to get hot. And I just want to show y'all when I pull that in here how red it turns. And if you, again, if you're suffering from high blood pressure, you're trying to control your high blood pressure, cholesterol, try to drink hibiscus tea. And get the one without the sugar, cause they sell some like in the stores, but it's like it's a drink, it's full of sugar. You don't want that one. You actually want to get the tea bags, or you want to get the petals. And this is not expensive. It's probably about $3, $4 for this bag. So I gotta hold the phone because my thing went dead. And you want to get the water as hot as you can when you pouring it on here. You see I got the petals in there. And then I also do a tea bag too. And I'll do a little bit of that honey that I showed you. Again, you want to take a screenshot, but you could use any honey. You don't have to use anything. You could use a little bit of sugar. You could use, but the brown sugar tastes better. This one. Let me put that back. I'm sorry. This tastes better than just the regular white sugar. And this is, even though it's sugar, it's a little bit more healthier too. So we're waiting on this to get really hot. And it'll cut off once it gets to a certain temperature, so it doesn't break the glass. It has a sensor on it where it automatically cuts off. So we're safe. See how the bottom is boiling? If you don't have one of these, get one of these. It's so convenient. Technology, right? People come out with all kind of stuff. It's boiling because you want to get it really hot, because those petals, they look dark, but watch how they turn red. Let's go ahead and cut this off. It'll cut off automatically, but let's go ahead and cut it off so I can go eat. I guess I won't make it to the gym. What I did. It's hot, but let's get that from out of there. It's almost like a little rose petal. See how it's beginning to turn? And then this is the tea bag. You could just use a tea bag. You don't necessarily have to use both. I use both. because it's basically the same thing. This is just in a tea bag, and the tea bag doesn't get as red as the petals, and that's the petals. And the longer you let it sit, I usually let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I go add my honey in there. Sometimes I just drink it as is. I don't put anything in it, but the longer you let it sit, the redder it turns. And this is what we're looking like so far. And you don't eat the pebbles. Sometimes, like, I make it so good with the honey and stuff, I'll take it and kind of like chew on the pebbles and spit it out, just trying to get the full benefit of it. That's it. And again, the longer you let it sit, the redder it turns. And it's a really good taste. See? You could put some ginger. And like I said, I went and bought fresh ginger today. I gotta hold this thing. I don't think I'm gonna put ginger in it today though. Tomorrow when I come back and actually do a live on it, I'll add the ginger and the brown sugar. But I'm not gonna do it tonight because I'm tired. I've been cooking like over 3 hours, so I am tired. I didn't make it to the gym. What time is it? It's only 6:30. Feels so late. But anyway, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Tomorrow, come back and catch me probably about maybe 4. I didn't get a chance to go to the gym or walk today, but I'll go upstairs and try to do some kind of exercise. I have an exercise bike upstairs. Again, this is what we're looking like. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit. This is hibiscus tea, and that's the petals that's inside. And this is what I use. So come back tomorrow. This is all the food I cook. If you want to see what I cook, just go back, look at the video. Come back tomorrow. Hope everyone have a good night. Thank you for watching. Those of you that did watch. Come back tomorrow about 4, maybe 4:30, and I'll make this. The live won't be that long, probably about 30 minutes to an hour the most. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. You stayed the whole time cooking with me. Good night.